Hello everyone, my name is
Anna,
Julia,
Linda,
Marieva,
Magdalena,
Lazar.
and we are DYouth.
Are you high? Are you low? Hang on there, you aren't alone. Here we come, here we go, the youth around the globe.
DYouth welcomes you to the new episode of the Diabetes Daily Podcast. Enjoy! Welcome. Please tell me something about yourself.
So, hello everyone, my name is Lazar. I am 24 years old and I come from Bor in Serbia. And I have diabetes for a little more than 2 years. And in my diagnosis, I'm using insulin pens, Novorapid and Levemir, but I hope that soon I will use insulin pump. I'm really hyped for it, really excited, and can't wait. And in my free time, well, I'm working on the youth. I am a student of law. I write poems. I do many different things, but I think the most important one is that I'm youth activist. So yeah, thank you for watching this episode.
How was your diagnosis? How do you feel about it now, and how far did this change?
So about my diagnosis, well, it came after the COVID. We had like 2 months lockdown in Serbia, and I haven't left like my flat for that 2 months. And after that, I started noticing some symptoms. My dad has like diabetes type 2, and yeah, that was kind of, you know, I had exams and I was like, okay, after I finish my exams, then I will test my blood sugar and everything. And then it was just one morning, that, came like up from the sky, lighting from the sky. And I was like, well, what am I doing now? And I went to the hospital. They wanted to hold me there, and I was in kind of shock. I don't know how my mom and dad feel, but it was kind of bad. And these 7 days that I've been in the hospital, yeah, that was like the worst 7 days in my life. I had luck that I had really good service, really good nurses and doctors around me and everything, but the whole atmosphere there, and it's all new, it's all strange. Why me? Many people ask me, why you? You're so young, and something like that. And I wanted to ask them too, because they were doctors, they should know why me. And yeah, it was shock, but then I left the hospital. They teach me how to use pens, and I don't know, since it was shock, it was after COVID. I um, reevaluated my way of living, of behaving, and for like almost 2 years I was like, I was disciplined, but you know, my diabetes uh, didn't interest me so well that I will kind of explore or do something more. And then the new year come, and I was like, well, had some new year resolutions, so to say. And I was like, okay, so now I will start my life differently. And with that change came something that I I didn't know that existed at all, and it was really beautiful. It was like the camp for leaders in diabetes in Serbia, and I was like, well, it's interesting. I thought that, I don't know. what will they talk about and something like that. It's some organization. It will be boring, but it's like 5 6 days paid somewhere. So I'm like, after the exams, I think this should be kind of paid vacation. So I should apply. And I really um, left my soul in that application, my whole heart and everything that I felt. And they chose me, and it was shock for me again. And when I went there, I was like, okay, so nice people, we will hang out and something like that. But it was hard, the schedule was tough, and many things, there were many informations that I didn't know about. There was a world that I didn't know about. And after that, like, experience, that was kind of almost the best 5 days in my life for a really long time. And yeah, I'm so happy that I got there, because of that I'm doing this now. And it was really wonderful. Since that moment, I accepted my diabetes. I accepted myself. I'm trying really hard. I'm trying to help others. And on the last day of that camp, I actually made a hypothesis that, like, a year later, proved true for me, that diabetes is actually, maybe it will sound crazy, but diabetes is my superpower. And it's like the best thing that happened to me in my life. And please, now don't think about me that I'm nuts or something like that. Simply, I accepted it. And yes, it's a struggle, but you know, everything that happened to me ever since, from that moment, the moment that I got diabetes, had brought me here. And I'm really glad that I'm here and that I'm doing the things that I do. And it's beautiful.
What scared you the most at first with your diabetes?
Well, scared me the most, that the thing that I wasn't in control. I was there with people, and in the hospital, the people who should know how this happened and how should I treat myself and everything. But the things happened on the contrary. They asked me, whoever went to my room there and everything, asked me, why you, you're so young, and I know you don't drink, you don't smoke, you don't, have that kind of habits. You are training all sorts of sports your whole life. You're taking care of yourself, so why you, what happened, and was that stress or not, and something like that. And I was just like lying in a hospital bed and receiving all that. And yeah, they didn't had like bad intentions, but for me at that moment, it was the most scariest thing, that I see them asking me these questions, that I want for them to answer me. And of course, I'm new to this, I don't have all the answers. And at the same time, I see, like, my parents, uh, mom and dad, completely two different being, and completely two different kind of approaches to that. My mother was really strong, and she accepted it kind of really quickly, but for my dad, it was a burden, and that was something that scared me the most. you know I didn't know how to feel about myself. I didn't know how to feel and deal with diabetes. And in all of that, I'm part of the community, I'm part of my family, and I'm not the only one who is scared of all the new things that my life will consist of until the end. So yes, these are my fears. And yeah, I really don't know how I managed to get through here, but let's see other questions. Maybe we will answer that until the end.
What barriers do you feel diabetes has created in your life?
So about the barriers, well, at first it it was many barriers because I wasn't educated well from the beginning, and from that point everything goes down because, well, there are some things that people think, stereotypes or something like that. So it's like you have diabetes, so you can't eat sugar, and that's not true. You can't exercise, you can't play with us. Do you need to go to bed? Do you need to eat? Or something like that. And these were the barriers that I tried to handle, at the moment without any knowledge, any skills that I have now. And for these 2 years, it was kind of not that hard because my friends accepted it so well that they immediately started joking about it. And it was like the way that I learned, how to cope with my problems. And it really helped me a lot because they're really good comedians, and the jokes, well, you should hear them, it's like the best jokes and everything. So for me, that was like the good thing. But there was always like, so you will prick yourself right now with the needle, or do you need something? Or when I'm down, for example, when I'm low, what will happen to you? Will you die? And yeah, so that was kind of problem. And at that time, I didn't want to talk about diabetes at all. And it was hard for me to explain everything and to talk like the same story over and over and over. But after the camp and after that experience, that I am now the leader and that I need to lead other people to help them, like the people on the camp helped me, that changed my perspective. And from that point, the barriers were there only to be crushed, you know. And I think that I'm doing really great job with crashing all the barriers about diabetes. I started to educate myself. The most important thing, I started to educate others. Either they have diabetes or don't, because the whole community should be like well educated. And then people with diabetes like myself, maybe like you, will be better accepted and will have like better approach from other people. So from now on, I'm only breaking the barriers.
What was your personal power secret to keep on and fight?
Well, why to keep on and fight? That's hard one. But I'm like, maybe at that point of time in my life, I didn't like myself so much, but I loved life. And I was like, well, this is only one more obstacle. I had some in the previous years, and I handled it like the way that I did. I'm not sure whether it's good or not, but this is only one more thing. Yes, it's kind of different from other things, but it's only one more. So let's explore like the new approach or something like that. And yeah, this was like a new journey for me. And since I really love life, I thought about, okay, so this is not the end, this is only the new beginning. And I will need to, as I said, reevaluate all my life and the principles that I'm living on, and to see how this will work so now on. And yeah, it was hard, I can say. There were many things, many situations that I was like giving up, because you're pricking yourself like too many times a day. And in some ways, some days your blood sugar is really good and you feel really good, but some days you're doing like the same thing, but your blood sugar is really bad, and you just want to give up. You want to eat everything that there is on the world and to not care about anything. But I had like this idea in my head, like, you love life and one day maybe you will start to love yourself and to accept everything, but just keep going, you know. And I kept going, and many things happened on that path. Many people happened on that path, and I think that's the really important thing, because when you cannot find something in yourself, you need to find it, like you're searching for it in other people, in the community, in different situations. And I kind of came through it, I had my friends, my family, and everything. And on that journey I met a lot of wonderful people that helped me to recognize myself and my state of my body and everything. And yeah, I started to loving myself, really accepted diabetes, to love diabetes, because it's easier to love than to hate. Um, it's different energy, and I accepted it. And from kind of that moment, that camp, and every moment from that point and on, when I heard all different stories with people dealing with diabetes, it was like, for me, revelation. And I figured out that, okay, so since now you lived only for kind of yourself, but since now you are a leader, you live for others too. You're here to share your knowledge, your experience with them. And yeah, it was beautiful. I got a lot of powers, I would say. Diabetes type 1 is one superpower that has like many powers in it. And yeah, it's beautiful. I'm leading myself in my life. I try to lead others by my example. And yes, it was hard. It was like the patent. It still is. Don't get me wrong. Diabetes is hard thing to deal with every day, many times a day, and everything. But for me, it has so much positive than that little negative things. And yeah,
What is your dream for the future of diabetes?
my dream is to make, uh, I would say, community, to make atmosphere that's well educated about diabetes. And maybe the youth is like the first big step in that, on that path. um, I have a vision of um, community that really helps individuals. And we need to start from ourselves, and then to spread everything, to share ourselves with others. And my dream is that I will educate myself for myself, but the second point is for the others. And not only people with diabetes, but people without diabetes, because we are, unfortunately, the number of people with diabetes is growing every day. But there are still a lot of people that are healthy and uh, actually don't have diabetes. And I think that by educating all the people, we can create like the positive atmosphere that people with diabetes shouldn't feel like they are in danger, and that they can share everything that they feel and all their problems and struggle to the others, and to kind of see that the community is really helping them to deal with this state that we didn't choose at the end of the day, but we have, and we need to live with. And of course, I would like for like technology to be even more advanced, and I hope that one day there will be like uh, cure for diabetes, like permanent one. But until that day comes, we will do everything that we can to get to live until that day. And yeah,
What message would you like to leave? What is your conclusion?
I really hope that these uh, videos that we are making, mine and Anna's, and from many other people that you will, hear across the world, that will get to someone. Even if that's just one person, I will be really happy. But I know in my heart that it will be more than one person. And the message that I want to leave is we need to take care of ourselves. It's because of ourselves, it's because the people that love us and that we love. And if we really want to kind of see that day that technology advanced at that point that we can cure diabetes, we need to stay healthy now at this moment. And yeah, actually I'd heard that from my doctor, on the camp, and it was really beautifully said, because in order to plan the future, we need to um, be kind of good, to make an effort in the present. And I know it's hard, believe me, I know it's really hard way, and we have like many ups and downs through life, and especially through diabetes in our common lives. I know it's hard, but at the end of the day, I think that empowering thought is that we are not alone. You have me, you have the youth team, you have like your local organization, your association, you have IDF Europe, you have IDF, you have many different, like on different level organizations and groups of people that are working every day for us to kind of live better. So in order to live up to that one day that we will be cured, because I really believe we will, technology and everything, it's, it will happen. I think that we need to take care of ourselves. And if we can, it's not like obligatory, but if we can, if we at the end of the day have like enough power to take care of ourselves, and we have a little more, I really hope that we will invest that energy in someone else, because you know I think that's the most beautiful thing that we can do. And yeah, I will leave with that. Thank you.
Is there something else that you want to add?
I would like to add that I didn't know that this journey that I'm on will lead me to this point, but it's beautiful, it's magnificent, it's magical. I don't have actually the words, and I don't know whether these words are invented to describe how I feel about all of these things. And I just wanted to say that I'm really proud of myself, that I got, to this point, and that I will move on, that I will go on, and I'm really proud of my team and of all the people that are helping me like every day. And, you know, I think that you are doing a really great job, and whatever you do, just keep doing it, and the world will be a better place. Actually it is, just because we have you. So thank you for watching this episode, and yeah, I really hope that one day I will hear your story, that I will hear your actions, and that I will hear how you change the world. Thank you. Bye.
Are you high? Are you low? Hang on there, you aren't alone. Here we come, here we go, the youth around the globe.
DYouth thanks you for receiving this episode of Diabetes Daily. We hope you like it. Thank you for your support. If you feel like sharing your own story, check out our show notes on how you can do so. Until next week, we wish you good blood sugar.